Hello, my EDM Madness friends and family. Brandon here. Now, I was reading on the channel there, the EDM Madness group. There is a really cool discussion about Steve Angello selling out his fans by doing this pre-mixed mashup medley um, at an event that he was spinning at. And there seems to be a more than normal animosity. And someone on the thread had mentioned, like, I don't see what the big deal is. Why is everyone really hating on Steve Angello so hard? Or someone said that in the YouTube channel or whatnot. And everyone's wondering why this is such a big deal. So just to give you a little history lesson, if you don't DJ or if you don't produce or you don't follow the scene too closely, like the back end of the scene, the animosity towards Steve Angello really stems from the song Knas, or Nas, or Knas, however you want to pronounce it, when he made that song. So to give you a little history, that song had come out, last year or 2009 or whatever it was, and it was the #1 song on Beatport for a very long time. It's considered one of the best, at least currently, one of the best, one of the anthems. It's used in every freaking mashup known to man. Knas this, Knas that, or KNS this, whatever. And it really helped Steve Angello rise to somewhat stardom, obviously, with Swedish House Mafia and among other things. But what got people mad about it was the fact that it didn't take much skill to make the song. It's very easy to make. You can make the song in probably less than a minute. And so to give you some background, when producing songs, there's a lot of companies that release sound clips. They have samples of kick drums, samples of hi-hats, samples of snare drums, and producers take these, they put them in their track, and they chop them up and they EQ them, and they do all these things with them to make it their own. And then they'll go in and do the synthesis to make the sounds and all the chords and things like that. And maybe they'll sample a little bit there, and then they come up with their song, right? So the problem with Knas is that there was no creative process, really, or people say that there was no creative process to create it, because what Steve Angello did was essentially downloaded a sound pack from a company called Vengeance, and he dragged in a sound clip, added a kick and a hi-hat, and boom, he had Knas. I'm going to show you right here how easy it is to make it. So just to give you a little thing here. So right here I have Ableton Live, and you can go to the Vengeance website or whatever it may be, and you can download this download a sound pack called Vengeance Future House 2, and in there it has a bunch of sounds here. If you can see here on the left side, there's folders with a lot of sounds and stuff. So I'm going to go through those sounds real quick. Okay, so you have these sounds. Now, if you scroll down to the sound clip, what is it here? Capone. If you go to Capone, I'm going to click on something, and you're going to be surprised because it sounds very familiar. So take a listen. All right, so if you take this sound clip here, the Capone Melody 1 is Knas. So essentially, he took it in here, he went like this, he dragged Capone in there, and I'm going to make Knas in like 1 minute. So watch this, watch how fast I do this. Do that, we'll loop this part here, I gotta zoom in a little closer, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Then what else we'll do? We'll add a kick and a snare, or kick and a hi-hat. Insert the MIDI clip there. 1, 2. Drag these out. Come on now. Work with me here. duplicate, duplicate. Leave a space there, because that's where it drops. And we'll go like this. What am I at, like 45 seconds thus far? Raise it up a little bit, and then we'll add a side chain compression just for the pumping effect. Compressor. Boom. Like that. Side chain it. Drum rack. And we're done. I just made Canas and I'm a millionaire. So let me show you how that sounds. So that took me, what, maybe 2 minutes to make that? So I'm going to play this for you just so you can see how it sounds. Pretty simple, right? Now, that sound clip, that wasn't created by Steve Angello. That was created as a part of this sound pack. And so that took 2 minutes. And so people have this preconceived notion that, you know, Steve Angello is kind of a sellout. He just goes whatever route is easiest, and he uses his fame and he kind of just rolls through things very easy and really doesn't deserve the praise that he gets because he doesn't have any creative juices in his body. And so that whole thing kind of spread into the you know, among other people, and that's why you see a lot of Steve Angello haters and stuff like that. I mean, personally, I don't really care. I mean, it kind of sucks that you know, that the guy that created the actual sound clip, the Capone sound clip from the Vintage Pack, didn't really get credit or anything like that for it. But hey, the Capone sound, the Vintage Pack is out there for producers to make music, and Steve Angello decided, hey, I don't want to do too much work on it. I'll just add a kick and a hi-hat to it, and, you know, a little bit of some sounds there, and came up with a Beatport #1 song. Can't hate the guy, but that's kind of where all the hate stems from. So when you see him doing this, having a 15-minute pre-mixed section of music, it just makes people say, well, see, look, he doesn't even mix live. So he mixes songs by taking other people's work, putting it in there, and he makes pre-mixed stuff, and he doesn't even DJ himself. So, I mean, he's a good DJ, he's a good producer, and, you know, like Steve Angello and Swedish House. But I hope that was a little bit of history, interesting fact tidbit for you guys, if you guys didn't know that. And that's it. I hope to see you guys soon at some event somewhere. And this is Brandon signing out. See ya. How do I turn this thing off anyway? Gotta figure it out.